Good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing this morning? Let me find my live chat. I don't think anybody's in here yet. That's okay. We got a lot to talk about this morning. A lot of weirdos in the freaking news this morning. I'll just wait till y'all get in here. I'll be getting my stuff pulled up. I saw something about the Jennifer Dulos case. I'll just go ahead and tell you it turned out to be nothing. But I'm going to read y'all the article. Some psychic said that he was led to a river and he found a rug there with a big stain on it. And police went out there and they got the rug and all that. It was not blood. But we'll get into all that in just a minute. Hey, Hibiscus. Good morning. How are you doing? How's your hubby? I meant to ask you this morning in message, and I get distracted and forget things. I hope he's doing better. Let me unpin this message. That's so annoying. Okay, but first off, there was a mother who drowned her 3 kids on Coney Island yesterday. She told her family that she drowned them. And it stuns friends and neighbors. But I reckon she's been dealing with postpartum psychosis. We're going to take a look at it. I know I saw another article, I guess, where when it first happened, I guess people found their bodies floating. And she was like 3 miles away or 2 miles away, something like that, on a boardwalk, just walking around after she drowned her children. Hold on, let me line up. Also, guys, I saw where a weirdo has got like this little short bus that looks like a school bus. I believe this happened in New York State. And he tried to pick up some kids, but they was smart enough to know not that it wasn't a regular school bus. He's a freaking predator. Okay, hold on. These weirdos, they really get me riled up. They really do. We're going to take a look at everything. We'll talk about this mother first. Let's see what's going on. Y'all know I'm bad at explaining. I've always wanted to go to Coney Island. New details. Mother told family she drowned her 3 young children found on Coney Island. Stunning neighbors and friends. Hold on a minute, guys. No, Ladybug. Go sit down. She's scratching on the kitchen door. A New York mother allegedly confessed to drowning her 3 young kids early Monday, leading to a frantic search for the children whose bodies were found on Coney Island in Brooklyn. Authorities say the woman, 30-year-old Erin Murdy, has a history of mental health challenges, but the postpartum psychosis is one possible motive, according to the New York Post. Murdy reportedly admitted to family and friends that she killed the kids, identified as 7-year-old Zachary, 4-year-old Liliana, 3-month-old Oliver. The children's bodies were found at about 4:40 a.m. Monday along the shore and only 3 blocks away from the family's apartment. Murdy's aunt, Diane Stevens, said the family is devastated. Oh, I can only imagine. Bless their hearts. They were kids, Stephen told the Post. They were adorable kids. Stephen told the Post that the family has a history of mental illness and that Murdy was struggling, trying to find her way through life. Stephen added that Murdy loved her children, but it was the mental issues that took over. Well, her children shouldn't have been in her care if people know this. It is someone who is struggling and no one knew how bad the struggle was. Stephen told the Post. In this family, we do have a history of mental illness to varying degrees. A few of us have battled with bipolar disorder, but I didn't know her mental struggles. I just knew she was trying to find a way for her children, a way to get on her feet, Stephen told the Post. 3 hours before the children were found, Murdy's sister called authorities reporting concerns that Murdy may have done something to her kids. WCBS TV reports. No one responded when police knocked on Murdy's door, but officers encountered the father of one of the children, and he had similar concerns about the kids' welfare. Sources told the Post that multiple relatives called 911 alleging that Murdy may have done something to the kids, might also be under the influence of drugs or alcohol, and had a history of health challenges. Authorities then got another 911 call reporting that Murdy was found with some relatives at the Brighton Beach Boardwalk. When officers arrived, they found Murdy but no kids. She walked along the beach wearing a robe and appeared to be despondent. The mother was soaking wet, NYPD Chief of Department Kenneth Corey told reporters at a news conference. Whether she had been out in the rain or whether she had been in the water, again, it is all speculative at this point. She was wet. She was barefoot. She was not communicative to the officers. The search then intensified as police called in aviation and harbor assistance before the children's bodies were eventually located. Okay. The officers immediately initiated life-saving measures, including CPR on the children. The kids were rushed to Coney Island Hospital, where they were regrettably pronounced deceased. Images obtained by the newspaper show responders carrying the children whose bodies appeared lifeless. People who knew the children told the Post they are distraught by the news. I don't think you should put that in the news right there. I don't think that they should have done that. Took pictures of them. I mean, they could have took the pictures for their own records, but post it for everybody to see. I've not saw those pictures. Alfred Brown, who coached Zachary in football, described the 7-year-old as a very bubbly kid who was full of life. I'm in school with them. I'm on the field with them. I'm damn near their uncle. It's hard right now. I love every kid that plays for me like my own, Brown told the Post. Dimitri Volper, a neighbor in the family's apartment building, said the deaths are an unspeakable tragedy. As of Monday afternoon, autopsies were still ongoing and no charges had been filed. Police questioned Murdy, who was subsequently hospitalized. Murdy was reportedly in a custody dispute with one of the children's fathers as of late July. Wow. Let's see if we can get this video to play, we'll take a look and see listen to this. If we can get to play, I'm going to have to let Ladybug out here. She's demanding it. I don't let her out here when I'm trying to live stream sometimes because she barks at everything. See if I can turn this up. As loud as it's going to go. I'm on mute, guys. If I can. If it'll play it. Hey, preschool granny. Reminds me of Susan Smith, Andrea Yates. Yeah. Andrea Yates.
Preliminary and subject to change, as this incident is only a few hours old. Earlier this morning, at about 1:40 a.m., officers from the 60th Precinct responded to an apartment at 3325 Neptune Avenue.
Hold on, guys. I'm going to play it from my phone.
Placed by a concerned family member who was at a different location. The caller indicated
Stop playing.
Concerned that her family member may have harmed her 3 small children. Officers.
Hold on. I'm just going to play it from my phone because that's not very loud at all on my end. Let me just hold on, lady. Lord have mercy.
Are subject to a lot of storms,
let's get through the ad here.
Landslides, flooding.
Coming. Kenneth Corey, the Chief of Department.
Still not loud.
Standing here with me is Assistant Chief Michael Kemper, the Commanding Officer of Patrol Bar Brooklyn South. Deputy Chief Joseph Galata, Commanding Officer of Brooklyn South Detectives.
Hold on.
Inspector James King, the Commanding Officer of the 60th Precinct. Just as a reminder, the information I'm going to give you is preliminary and subject to change.
You get your bed over here and lay down. Come on.
Earlier
Good
this
girl.
morning,
Sit down.
at about 1:40 a.m., officers from the 60th Precinct responded to an apartment at 3325 Neptune Avenue in response to a 911 call placed by a concerned family member who was at a different location. And the caller indicated that she was concerned that her family member may have harmed her 3 small children. Officers responded to that apartment. They received no answer to a knock on the door. And inside the building, they were met by an individual who identified himself to be the father of one of the children.
Basically just saying what I read.
Said that he believed that the woman and the children were on the boardwalk here in Coney Island. The officers began, along with other officers from the 60th Precinct, a search for the woman and her children. That involved canvassing the boardwalk, the beach, the streets of Coney Island Hospital, and her own apartment.
As loud as it'll go, guys.
Neptune Avenue, where the officers found the door unlocked. The search continued for approximately 90 minutes until the officers, in response to an additional 911 call, were directed to Brighton 6th Street and Riegelman Boardwalk, which is approximately 2 miles down the boardwalk from where we are now. At that location, the officers found a 30-year-old female, believed to be the mother of the 3 children. She was accompanied by other family members, but not the children. The search now intensified. Aviation units, harbor units, and additional canvases of the shoreline. At about 4:42 this morning, the officers discovered 3 children, a 7-year-old male, a 4-year-old female, and another female who's approximately 3.5 months old. On the shoreline here at the water's edge at West 35th Street in Coney Island. The officers immediately initiated life-saving measures, including CPR, on the children, and they were rushed to Coney Island Hospital, where they were regrettably pronounced deceased. As we said, this is a very active investigation.
So tragic.
We ask anyone who may have information as to what transpired here to call our Crime Stoppers hotline at 800-577-TIPS. All your calls will be kept confidential. I can now take a few questions.
See something, say something, guys.
Do you know if Child Protective Services has ever called to the house? Any prior issues?
So, best we can tell at this point, and again, it's preliminary, there is no indication of abuse and prior history of abuse and neglect of these children.
Well, did the mother say anything to the first responders as well?
So at the time, she did not. She is in the station house. Detectives are attempting to speak with her at this moment, but so far she has not said anything.
Rocco, Chief, what incident early in the night with relatives, including dads, that she may be at home with kids?
I believe that she had called them and made statements to them to that effect.
Wow.
That's all subject to the
I
investigation.
can't imagine what the family's going through right now. 3 children
To the
dead.
nationality of the family, no.
Can you talk about the status of the mother when you found her? There were reports she was barefoot. What condition was she in?
So the mother was soaking wet. Whether she had been out in the rain or whether she had been in the water, again, is all speculative at this point. She was wet, she was barefoot, and she was not communicative to the officers.
One more, Rocco. Chief, any witnesses that did it happen here or did she walk that way?
So right now we are looking for witnesses. We don't know exactly what happened here yet, Rocco. We're going to try to piece this all together. We know that the children are found here. Officers retrieve them from the shoreline, attempt to revive them, which ultimately fails, and we know that she's found 2 miles away. What we need to put together is what happened before and then in the in-between.
Is she in custody?
Thank you.
She is at the station house. She's not in custody at this point. She is at the station.
She's obviously wet because she drowned her kids.
I feel like everybody's talking about Bitcoin.
It's just so sad. Did any of you guys experience like postpartum depression after you gave birth? I didn't. I mean, I have mental health problems. I've always had them. But I didn't. I was just as happy as I could be after I had my son. Thankfully, I didn't get the postpartum depression. Now, my brother's girlfriend, she did. And she had mental health problems, and she got it really bad and was saying threatening things and stuff. And that's how my mom ended up um, raising my niece. I did after my son passed, but not my daughter. Yeah, well, that's understandable, Hibiscus. Bless your heart. I can't imagine losing a little baby like that, losing a child. Prayers, son. It breaks my heart when I hear people, it's lost children. I mean, I just can't imagine going through that. I don't know if I could get through that or not. I don't know how people do it. There's a lady in my hometown. Her son got killed, her baby son. He was one of my friends, and he got killed in a car wreck. Somebody wrecked, pulled out on the 4-lane. Anyways, they was hit. The driver lived. He was busted up, but killed her son. And she about lost her mind. Well, she did lose her mind. I mean, they found her in the truck with, a gun to her head and everything. Thank God her husband found her. And I think he got her help. But, I mean, she just, they'd find her at his grave, laying on it, crying. And she buried him behind her house. Yeah, she had him buried not far behind her house, where she can get to his grave easily, and he can be with her at all times. She feels like she puts lights around his grave and everything, but it really about killed her when she lost him. So sad. Then there was another lady I know. She lost her son. Her son was killed in a car wreck. A deer ran out in front of him. He was driving a parts truck. He was up in West Virginia delivering some truck parts. Yeah, and got killed. And, one day I saw her, and you could tell she was under the influence of nerve pills. Lord, I'd have to be too if I was going through that, I'd say. But it about killed her too. Anyways, prayers for this family. We'll keep following this, and hopefully they release some more details about what exactly happened. It looks like she just took her kids. She took her kids to the beach and drowned them. And she's got severe mental health problems. It looks like. Said she wasn't communicating with the cops when they encountered her. This is just so sad. And the older kids, like, how old was it? Like 7-year-old? The 7-year-old had to know what was going on. And the middle child, maybe the baby didn't. How scary. Like, that's one of my biggest fears is drowning. So imagine how scared those kids were. Reminds me of Andrea Yates, Andrea Yates, however the hell you say her name. Let me look at the chat. Okay, so we're going to move on to about Jennifer. Hey, Donald. Good morning. I look forward to you. Oh, thank you, Donald. You always leave the sweetest comments. You really do. I appreciate that so much. Makes my day. You made my day the other day, and you're like, I like how you do true crime. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I enjoy your comments and everybody else's comments. The nice comments, respectful ones. So let's read about Jennifer Dulos. What's going on? Lord have mercy. I saw this article this morning. I thought, oh my gosh, there's some kind of update, but it's really not an update. Because like I said at the beginning of my stream, the rug they found does not have blood on it. It's some other kind of stain, but hold on. I'm going to read it to you guys so we don't get anything wrong. Y'all know how I am. Okay. Jennifer, beautiful. It's her aunt. Yeah, it's her relative. I think it's Gloria Vanderbilt. I'm pretty sure. Okay, police investigate whether rug found in river linked to missing Mama 5 Jennifer Dulos case. The discovery of a stained rug in a river led authorities to investigate whether it might be tied to missing Connecticut mother Jennifer Dulos. But investigators later determined the stain was not not blood. In May 2019, while she was in the process of divorcing her estranged weirdo husband, Fotis Dulos. Prosecutors charged Fotis with murder and kidnapping, even though a body was not located. He committed suicide in January 2020. Hold on. On Sunday, social media star Sean Austin contacted police after finding what he described as a stained rug in the Farmington River. We did a little investigation here with scuba divers in the Farmington River, and we found something shady, possibly having to do with the case of Jennifer Dulos, Austin said in a video. Investigators subsequently went to the area where the rug was found and conducted a search. Austin, a self-proclaimed psychic medium and demonologist, asserted that supernatural evidence led him to the river to find the rug, which allegedly had a stain in the center. Y'all wait till I finish reading the rest of this. You'll be thinking, oh my gosh. However, authorities on Monday said the stain was not blood, and there's no indication the rug is tied to Jennifer's case. After investigating for several hours, detectives tested several large, irregular brownish stains on the rug, and a presumptive test determined they were not blood. State police said in a statement, according to the Connecticut Insider. Detectives have found no evidence of the rug being related to any criminal case. In fact, rugs were in the vicinity. Kayakers often use the rugs to help launch into the water, according to the news site. Detectives located numerous rugs in the area, and after speaking with local kayakers, discovered that the rugs are used to launch and retrieve kayaks and to keep vegetation down at this location at the Farmington River. Too bad his psychic abilities didn't tell him about that, huh? State police said in a statement. So it's like normal to see those rugs around because the kayakers use them to launch in and out of the water. I would play this video, but he'd probably copyright strike me for it since he's a big true crimer. We need to look him up, though, guys. Let's look him up. I mean, he should feel like a fool right now. Did you know Jeffrey McDonald is very ill and he killed his wife and children in 1970? My mother went to high school with his wife. No, Donald, I'd love for you to come on my live stream and tell me all about it, though. Really. Because I've been wanting to talk about the McDonald case, and it intimidates me. Because, you know, I get all bumfuzzled, and he had 2 damn trials. And half the time, I can't even remember that lady in the floppy hat's name. I still don't know it. But I have been wanting to talk about it. I'm just going to take the plunge. We're just going to do a live stream about it. And I want to do one about Blanche Taylor Moore. Hey, Vicki, how are you doing? Melanie, good morning. I'm here just listening in. Okay, girl. So, anyways, I wish that there would be an update on Jennifer's case. What in the world did Fotis do with her body? Actually, his name's pronounced Fotis. I heard that on the news. Fotis or something. I mean, they've searched everywhere. They've searched all the different, lakes that he used to go water ski at and stuff. They've searched lakes out of Connecticut, I guess up in New York, just different places. No trace of her. I wish Adventures with Purposes would go search around for her in some waterways. Because that might have been what he done. He might have dumped her in some water, and the police just missed it when they searched. Or what I think happened, is he already had a grave dug for her and everything. Because this murder was planned out. I mean, they had the alibi scripts that was found in the office. You have Michelle Traconis, the gal pal, lying to police, telling different stories. Lady, come here. And just different things. There's a lot of evidence against them. Fotis, someone in Jennifer, the day the murder happened that morning, people in the neighborhood saw a man on an antique bicycle riding through the neighborhood. Guess who had an antique bicycle? He brought it over from friggin' Greece, wherever he's from. Yeah, and guess whose antique bicycle was nowhere to be found? Fotis's. He sure did it. And that little lawyer friend of his who's charged, was he charged with conspiracy to commit murder? He helped Fotis. Hey, Cheryl T. How you doing this morning, beautiful? Lady, come here. If you're going to start bitching at everybody, you got to go in the house. Come here, sit down. I'll pet you. Okay, guys. Now, we've got some more weirdo cases to talk about. Prayers for Jennifer's children and her mom. Her mom's elderly, and now she's got 5 kids to take care of. After my mother's death, I found pictures of the high school reunion my mother had with Dr. Jeffrey McDonald's wife. I sent the pictures to her brother. He's keeping Dr. Jeffrey McDonald in prison. Yeah, he tried to get Jeffrey actually filed for a compassionate release, which you already know this, but and the judge turned him down because he's like sickly. So now I reckon, from what I understand, he just give up. He knows he's going to die in prison. Cheryl T, I'm getting ready for work. Late start today. I've got most of my little chores done around here already this morning. Thank goodness. Hold on. Let me put Lady up and we're going to look at some more news. Come on. Lady, please. Please go in the house. Hey, go on. Go sit down. Good girl. Oh my gosh, guys, my animals run my life. Okay, so I saw this article this morning about Harmony Montgomery's stepmom arrested. Bond revoked as girl remains missing. Okay, this has just popped up. Let's take a look at it. They just put up this article. Hold on. I mean, there's probably not much in it, just saying her bond's revoked, but we'll still take a look at it because we was just talking about little Harmony the other day. Bless her heart. Makes me so mad to think about that son of a bitch making her scrub a toilet with a toothbrush, making her babysit a baby, and she's just a little baby herself. Beating on her because the baby cries, black in her eye and stuff. It just pisses me off. I wish I could get my hands on that son of a bitch. This one too, she's a weirdo too, drawing benefits on Harmony and her nowhere to be found. She knew what Adam done to this child. You can't tell me she didn't. If she thought Harmony was at her mother's, then wouldn't she have been afraid to get food stamps on Harmony? Afraid that the mother was drawing benefits for her? Because that would come up in the computer system. Used to, you might could get away with that, but that would pop up with the Social Security number. Got to have the kid's Social Security number and stuff to get food stamps on them. Okay, let's see. The stepmother missing New Hampshire girl, Harmony Montgomery, will stay in jail without bail after failing to show up for her scheduled court hearing. Good. 32-year-old Kayla Montgomery failed to show up for a hearing this month in Manchester. The court hearing was in connection with charges against her for allegedly lying to the government and keeping Harmony's benefits despite the child being missing. The state made bail arguments in the past, and Miss Montgomery was held at Valley Street Jail for some time. Senior Assistant Attorney General Jesse O'Neill said, given the circumstances of the case and the history here, the state felt that a request for a warrant was appropriate. Kayla was arrested Friday in Manchester, and on Tuesday, a judge granted the prosecution's motion to revoke bail. Montgomery was already out on bail after pleading not guilty to the government fraud charges. Huron or something, Daily Tribune reports that Montgomery's lawyer did not object to the bail revocation. Oh, really? Why didn't he object to it? Poor little girl. Meanwhile, Harmony remains missing. Court documents released earlier this year indicate that police received a call from Harmony's biological mother, Crystal Sorey, November 18, 2021, who claimed her daughter was missing. Crystal told police that Harmony's father, Adam, had physical custody of the girl. She couldn't get in touch with him. Crystal added that she lost custody of Harmony in 2018 due to drug issues. Adam, according to Crystal, blocked her calls and blocked her on social media and didn't allow her to speak to Harmony after Easter 2019. Adam Montgomery, who denied having any involvement with his daughter's disappearance, remains in jail on weapons charges. Charges are coming, though, Adam, oh boy. They're coming, you little piece of shit. Officials announced earlier this year that Harmony was likely the victim of a homicide. Yeah, Adam beat her to death, I would say. In my opinion, I believe that is what happened. Bless her little heart. I pray I'm wrong. But, I mean, they have found some biological evidence that leads them to believe that she was the victim of a homicide. And that son of a bitch is the one that committed the homicide. Piece of crap. The whole family, you know, I don't got nothing nice to say about anybody in that family at the moment. The ones I've read about, especially the cousin and brother, knew he was abusive to Harmony, but didn't do a damn thing about it. Not that I know of, they didn't do anything about it till it was too freaking late. You know, I think Adam was charged with blacking Harmony's eye. That's just been recently. I mean, everybody let this little girl down. And the mother, she should have took better action. She should have rolled up at his house with the police. She should have went to court and filed something. She should have done something. Let me catch my chat thing up here. Okay. Now, there's some. Let's pray that they find out what happened to Harmony. I pray that she's safe and sound somewhere. But I really don't think that she is, guys. I'm just being honest. I hate to say that, but the police have found biological evidence. Okay, I want to share something with y'all. Well, I don't really have to because it's really no pictures. Okay, an unknown man in a minibus tries to pick up children waiting at a school bus stop. Can you believe this? Police in New York are searching for a driver of a minibus who reportedly tried to pick up a group of children while they waited for their school bus. According to News 12, the Bronx, Suffolk or something county, as a group of children, hold on, freaking that. As a group of children waited for a bus at around 7:15 a.m. at Bake Street or something like that. An unknown male reportedly pulled up to the students, told them he could get them to school faster. Excuse me. The bus driver said, No, come on, boys, get on my bus. Kathy Gannon, a parent who was watching from her porch, said, and I'm yelling from my driveway, do not get on the bus. That is not your bus. Do not get on. Then the children didn't recognize the driver. They declined the man's offer and he drove away. A few minutes later, the school bus approached and picked the children up. The county police department and district security were subsequently notified. The minibus driver has been described as dark-skinned male with an accent who appeared to be middle age. According to the children, The minibus had the number 13 on the side. Anyone with information about the minibus driver is urged to contact the police. Meanwhile, oh my gosh, I cannot say this name, Contaquat or something, Central School District is reminding parents to make sure their children know about safety. Amen. You need to teach your children about safety and about weirdos. People wonder why I walk to the bus stop with my son in the mornings. This is why, people. This is why, because there's weirdos in the world. And my kid, he's just 15. It's a pretty good little walk from the bottom of my driveway to the end of the big driveway that meets the road. Yeah, and I wait on him like halfway underneath the tree of the evening so I don't embarrass him too much. I usually take one of the dogs with me, and we wait on him. I'm telling you, these weirdos will try anything to get their hands on little children. Now, if those boys had have gotten on that bus, he probably would have took and done horrible things to them and probably have killed them so they couldn't identify him. That's what these weirdos do. A lot of times, they will, murder them like that. Hold on, let me get back to the chat here. McGruff the crime dog. I will never forget what I learned. Oh, yes, I used to love McGruff the crime dog. He's a big old hound dog, wasn't he? Okay, so people up in New York, where I was reading about, beware. There's a freaking weirdo on the loose. Pretending to be a school bus driver. He's got a little mini bus with the number 13 on it. Looks like the little, what do you call those? The little shorter buses. Like that picks up pre-K and stuff like that. It looks like that. Okay, let's see. Oh, Lord, y'all, I've got to show y'all this. Disgusted. Florida teacher arrested for alleged sexual battery of student. Here is another weirdo teacher, female teacher. Lord have mercy. And this one is from Tampa, guys. Tampa, Florida. I took a look at this article, but I can't remember her name. Hey, guys, I talked to my son. I mean, me and him, we're really open and honest with one another. And I've asked him, I was like, like if some weirdo approaches you and is like, go with me, I'll buy you a new gaming system or iPhone or game or something like that. I said, not to do it. He's going to take you and hurt you. And he's like, yes, Mom, of course. But I just want to make sure that he understands not to do that. And not to talk to freaking strangers. Even, he's 15 years old and I still talk to him about things like this. I just asked him the other day, I was like, you know better to go with someone that offers to buy you a game or anything. He's like, yes, I know, Mom. Do you think I'm going to go with a weirdo? Do you think I'm not going to try to defend myself if somebody tries to grab me or something? I said, I know. You might try to defend yourself and you're a big old boy, but you'll be dealing with like a grown adult, male, or possibly woman, Just want to make sure that he knows better to talk to people like that or go anywhere with them. Okay, so look at this weirdo teacher. Oh, it looks like it's been crying because he got arrested for being a damn pedophile. A teacher at an exclusive private school in Tampa, Florida, is accused of having sexual relations with a student, prompting police to investigate whether there could be other victims. The teacher, 42-year-old Jamie Melton, that's how old I am, 42, you sick bitch, was arrested Sunday and facing a charge of sexual battery. Until her arrest, Melton had been employed at the Carrollwood Day School in Tampa as a language and literature teacher. The school, which charges annual tuition of $25,000, serves students from ages 2 through 12th grade. Authorities allege that Melton engaged in sexual relations with the student who was over the age of 12 but younger than 18. Head of school Sarah Rubenstein said in a letter to parents, the precise age and gender of the student have not been released. Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Chronister said in a statement that Melton violated the trust placed in her. Absolutely. She's sick. She's a predator. This woman was a trusted member of this community who was responsible for education and the well-being of students. Instead, she violated that trust, Sheriff said. As a parent, I am disgusted and hope she faces full consequences for her actions. Although police believed what happened was an isolated matter, police are investigating whether there may be other victims. Doesn't matter if it's an isolated incident or not, she's still a predator is the facts. Whether it just happened one time or not, she's still a predator. That is freaking sick. I'm 42 years. She should know better than that. Mess around with teen boys, that's a predator. You shouldn't have no desire to do that. That's they're still a child. Okay, let's see. The school had no concerns about Melton before the allegation arose. Miss Melton has had an unblemished teaching record. We have not had any concerns about her conduct prior. Miss Helton has been suspended from her position immediately, Rubenstein's letter states. To report information about Melton, the school teacher predator, call the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office at 813-247-8200. What is up with these middle-aged women and some younger women? I mean, being teachers and messing with their freaking students. That's all we hear about lately. Hey, warrior grandma. Yes, 15-year-olds are vulnerable. And I explained this to Timothy because, you know how teen boys are and stuff. And I was like, it's normal for teen boys and girls to maybe think that their teacher's pretty or cute. I used to think one of our coaches was cute. I said, but what is not normal is for a female teacher or a male teacher to freaking be attracted to a teenage boy. I said a teenage boy might look at it as like a little notch on their belt or something. This older woman's attracted to them. I said, but in reality, the person is a predator, Timothy. A predator. Because a grown adult should have no attraction to a child. And teenagers are still children. I mean, think back, guys, to when you was like a teenager. 14, 15, 16 years old. You were still a kid. Still a kid. Really. We just had a teacher fired for telling students to call pedos maps minor attracted person. Oh my gosh. Cheryl T, really? Well, they just, like last year, I believe it was like last year or the year before, the band teacher was caught with child pornography on his computer. Yes. Hold on. Hey, lady. Yeah. Look, you get over here and sit down because that bulldog's out walking. Calm down. She will not quit scratching on the door, guys. I tell her to go sit down, be a good girl. And does she do it? No, she doesn't. She's here dying for me to pet her. Hold on, I've got on the damn full screen. We're not done talking about weirdos. I'm telling you what, let me catch some teacher, male or female, anybody, messing with my 15-year-old son and see what happens to them. Their ass will be under the damn jail. I'm telling you. I'll go buy a damn billboard and put their picture up there and let everybody know they're a damn predator. That's what I would do. They'd be lucky to make it to damn jail if it was my child. I'm telling you. I would really have to have somebody talk me down and do it by the law. Or else I would be snapping on them. Now, lady, you can't be barking like this. She's over here begging me, guys. She's got her paws up on the table. She can't stand it. She can't stand it when you tell her no or something. Okay. Let's see what else is going on. Death row inmate could be executed with nitrogen hypoxia method next week. Let's see what this is. Well, he looks like a complete weirdo to me. He's probably, let's see what he done. Probably something to do with children. I'll screen share it. Let me get it loaded up. Let's see what he did. Alan Miller requested to die by nitrogen hypoxia instead of lethal injection in 2018. Oh, I didn't know they could. This is in Alabama. Let's see. Miller was a delivery truck driver in 1999 when he committed a workplace shooting spree in Shelby County that killed 3 men. Oh, well. Let's get the execution over with. What are they waiting for? These people that do things like that, I mean, they need to just go ahead and take them out. Look how long Darlie Routier's been on death row, guys. Everyone needs to be aware. That's right. It's gas instead of injection. Thank you, Warrior Grandma. Okay, so here's the weirdo. Alan Miller, 57. Okay, a lawyer said on Monday an Alabama inmate could be killed next week through nitrogen hypoxia or something, marking the first time this method could be used to carry out an execution. Alan Miller, 57, requested that instead of lethal injection in 2018, when inmates were allowed to change the manner in which they were condemned to die. However, AL.com reported that Miller's attorney said the state lost signed documents regarding Miller's execution, while prosecutors claim there's no evidence Miller completed the form. Deputy Alabama Attorney General James Hout said Monday at a hearing that it's very likely Miller will be executed using the nitrogen method. Hout said the protocol is present but not finalized. If the court deems Miller cannot die through lethal injection, according to AL.com. Hout also claimed that Miller would not allow them to fit him for a mask for execution. That, okay, if he wouldn't allow them to fit him for a mask for execution, then he must not want to die that way. Miller was a delivery truck driver in 1999 when he committed workplace shooting spree in Shelby County that killed 3 men. Victims Lee Holbrooks and Scott Yancey were killed at one location. Miller drove elsewhere to kill Terry Jarvis. Though Miller was found to be severely mentally ill, his mental state did not meet Alabama's threshold to use an insanity defense. According to reports, Miller was experiencing delusions that made him believe the slain men were spreading rumors that he was gay. Seems like I remember this. You know, it makes you think, like, was he really mentally ill, like schizophrenic, having delusions, or was he just that like different kind of crazy psycho spree killer? You know. Now a lot of people would be saying that he shouldn't be put to death because he's mentally ill. Wait and see. I don't know what to think about it. I mean, I'm thinking, you know, was he really delusional? Schizophrenic, or is just some way to get out of the damn death penalty? Hypoxia, you're saying it right. Okay. Maybe he hopes it will fail. Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. If it fails, they can't try to kill him again. Right? I think that's the way it goes. It might not be like that in every state, but let's say they give you lethal injection and you don't freaking die from it. They can't give it to you again, I don't think, right? Premeditated, he drove to kill another. I know, Warrior Grandma. And see, I'm also thinking he had time on that drive to think about what he was doing. You know, to calm down or whatever. I don't know. These people that get death row, I mean, they keep them on there for hell and ever. So this crime happened back in 1999. How many years? ago. That's been. Look at Darlie Ruth here. They're never going to kill her. A lot of people think she's innocent. Now, I don't. I don't think Darlie's innocent. I think she killed her kids. Because look how they were butchered. They were slaughtered. I mean, one of them, the knife went completely through them and hit the freaking floor. And yes, her throat was cut. But, you know, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad at all. You know, they try to say it was next to an artery and all that. Well, anywhere you get cut on the throat, it's going to be risky next to an artery or something. Not in Texas. They will carry through with the execution. Oh, will they? Well, maybe I'm wrong about it, Cheryl, but I could have swore I read that somewhere. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Now, Ladybug, you're getting on my everlasting nerve. You need to sit down, chill out. Y'all, I don't know what's going on, but my squirrels have not been over here to eat. I don't know if it's because my kittens, they set up in that window. I've got the shade raised for them, and they sit on a pillow, and they look out all the time. Or if it's because this big mama cat's been coming down here and hunting. Or maybe they're busy gathering acorns. But all I know is they're not here. I mean, they used to be on top of the house and everything. You could hear them running across the roof. Now they've not been to eat. Hold on. Teen driver rams truck into disabled man in wheelchair. Leaves victim with life-threatening injuries. Oh, my goodness. Lady, what are you wanting, baby? What are you wanting? She's aggravating me for something. You want in the house? Hold on. Hold on, guys. Lady, go in the house, sit down. Come on. Yeah, I've got to go with you in a minute. Go sit down. Come on. Go sit down. Oh my gosh, she's wanting food. Come on. Okay. See how they do me, guys. When I tried to get her to eat earlier, she didn't want to eat. So now I'm going to have to, let me give her some of this. Sorry, guys. Y'all know how I am. I'm professional. Well, my animals want something. I'm going to go do it whether I'm live streaming or not. Okay. There you go, lady. Now chill out and leave us the hell alone. Lord have mercy. Okay, let's see if we can watch this video about this teen driver. What is wrong with these young people this day and time? Have no care, compassion, empathy for people, some of these teenagers. Well, there's a lot of people in the world of all ages like that, but I've just noticed kids have gotten worse. The times have gotten worse. The times we're living in. I sound like my Granny Betty, but it's the freaking truth. I'm having problems with Wi-Fi. I didn't know you were on till just now. I figured that nobody got notified because some of my regulars are not here. I've not seen this morning. Cement shoes. Good morning, by the way. Let's see if we can get this pulled up. Okay, there's supposedly a video here. Give me a second to let it load up. I need to drink coffee. Load up, damn it. We may not be able to watch it. Guys, I might have to get me a freaking newer Chromebook or a laptop. I'm thinking about just getting me a newer Chromebook. I think that's what I'm going to do. You can probably get one at a reasonable price. Because this one right here, the reason it don't want to load up and play videos and stuff like that is because it's an old Chromebook. And when I had to turn it back on, when I messed my laptop up, there was a little notice on it that says there would be no more updates for this model Chromebook. It really said that, and it said I would have to purchase a newer model. I had this when I first started YouTube. Okay, let's see. Now, if we can get it to play. Lady, you're looking over there is ridiculous. You sound like Foodie Beauty or something. Eating a freaking chicken wing. Foodie Beauty or Amberlynn Reed doing a freaking mukbang. Damn it. See, I just don't want to play anything. But when I'm not streaming, it plays videos just fine. It loads up quick and it's fast. But when I'm streaming, it doesn't want to do it. Oh my God, he purposely hit that old man. Oh my God. Let's go back. I need to make sure it's playing because sometimes it'll show me that it's playing, but it's not even loading up on YouTube. Oh my gosh, that was awful. On the Chromebook. Damn it. I'm going to have to get on my phone here. Go back to my chat. Hey, Mike. Good morning. How are you doing? Did y'all see that? Did that video load up? Let's go back and see. Did you see the hibiscus? Isn't that crazy? Let's go back and watch that again. I didn't know if y'all could see it because sometimes it will show me that the video's playing, but then when I look at YouTube, it's not. It's got that, loading button going on. He just drove along, minding his own business. Here comes the truck. He's trying to wave and tell him to stop. He runs over. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see what happened to the man. The victim, whose identity has not been released, is being treated for cracked skull, brain bleed, fractured pelvis, head lacerations, other injuries. So he's alive. Friday, officers detained 17-year-old Pablo Antonio Avila Banagas or something. Banagas booked him into the Travis County Jail in connection with the hit and run. Investigators allege that Pablo drove the truck in the incident, which occurred on September 3rd, just before 10 a.m. In fleeing the scene, he nearly hit a telephone pole, drove into a sidewalk, almost struck another vehicle. So he's charged with failure to stop and render aid causing serious bodily injury, third-degree felony, injury to a disabled person, second-degree felony, unlawful possession of a weapon. I wish that freaking motorcycle would blow up. That man that rides it up and down the road. A misdemeanor and failure to identify, also a misdemeanor. Oh my freaking God, that guy does that all day long, every few freaking minutes. To report information about the case, call the Austin's Police Department Highway Investigation Tip Line, 512-974-8111. I guess this happened in in Texas. Wow. And here he is. No regard for human life. No compassion, empathy, lacking morals. Kids been taught no morals, there's just a whole list of things I could say. He had no way to get out of the way. I know it. It looked like he drove right towards him. Let me go to my live chat. Anyways, guys, now why would someone do that? I don't know. It's like them teenagers that pushed that log off that hill. When the students were out and going to have their photos made by this photographer lady, and the log they rolled off the hill come down and it hit that photographer and killed her. Like, why would they do that? They had to have known doing that could hit somebody. I mean, basically just smushed her. It probably killed her since it hit her. I mean, just, why wouldn't he stop and render aid? He intentionally hit him. Sorry, little SL, but yeah, I believe he intentionally hit him too. I don't believe he was distracted or anything. I believe he intentionally hit him. Some people's just mean, guys. Some people just mean. Some people's just born evil. There's people from good families that's just been born evil. They're just a bad seed. I really believe that about people. A lot of people will blame like their childhood or this, make an excuse for them being a freaking crazy psycho killer. I had a bad childhood. I'm not psycho. I mean, I might be a little hot-headed and have problems from having a bad childhood, but it made me like more sensitive to others and have a bigger heart and stuff. Makes me want to take up for little children that's been abused and stuff. But a lot of people use their childhood as an excuse for them being crazy. Crazy mean, and it's just bullcrap. I don't buy that crap. Oh, I was abused as a child, so now I'm going to go around and abuse other little children. It didn't make me like that. I mean, I guess everybody's different. It made me want to protect kids and, just made me a stronger person. The big heart. Anyways, guys, it's enough friggin' true crime for this morning. These cases, I enjoy discussing true crime and giving these weirdos down the road, but it gets me down the dumps sometimes. I enjoy our streams when we don't talk about true crime a lot because it puts me in a better mood. This morning, I'm just feeling, I don't know, it's like it just zapped my energy from me. Like I had this good energy, feeling good, and got to reading about these weirdos. I mean, you just constantly got to worry about the weirdos in the world, and then reading about them, it just drains you. Just totally drains you. Well, guys, let me tell you, Cleopatra's got a boyfriend. My kitty cat. Yeah, his name's Smart Anthony. No joke. He's in her a bunch of costumes yesterday. Little costume vampire outfits, different little things, bat wings. Anyways, I was trying them on her doing a TikTok video. And she was fine with it. She was playing with the little balls on it. I set her down on the counter. And she automatically crouched down and started huffing for air. She had her another little asthma attack. I'm going to have to call and make her a vet appointment, take her in. But anyways, I've got it on video to show the vet. So that's going to help a lot, helping diagnose her and tell me what's going on. I personally don't care why they do their sick crimes. Cheryl T cracked me up. I can just hear you saying that. I just think that you need to pay for your action. Right. I don't want to hear them sob stories of this happened to me and this happened to me and that's why I'm a bad person. You can overcome those things. That was sweet. They sent her outfits. Oh, yeah, honey. And he sent her food, too. And it was in Amazon gift bags. Nice little Amazon gift bags. I was like, I'll keep these for Christmas. This will come in handy. Yes. He sent her organic salmon and chicken. And 2 bags of Fancy Feast. Yeah. Him and his mama. She sent some more costumes for Zoe, too. I haven't put any on Zoe because she's so, scared of every little thing and just getting used to it. But I'm going to try to put one of the little vampire capes on her. The bat wings, daggone it, is too big, the Velcro. They are so cute. I still had them on her and got a video up on TikTok and her in her little witch's costume. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. So Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. What was Cleopatra was like? Was she queen? Or Pharaoh? What did they call her back then? Queen? Pharaoh? Empress? What? Cleo, she is so spunky. And she's always into something. She's always got her nose into something. If you get a package in the mail or anything and you're over there opening it, here she comes. You make one little rattle noise. Here she comes. You clean out the litter box. Here she comes. And as soon as you put the lid back on it, she gets in there and does her doo-dooing. I love her, though. I'm totally obsessed with her. She's obsessed with me. I had to go in there and love on her before I came out here to do my live stream. I've been playing with them, her and Zoe, with one of the little wands that he sent her. Oh, that's not all he sent her. He sent his girlfriend a bed, a scratching post. What else? Bed, scratching post. Oh, that pirate outfit. Now, the pirate costume, the reason she didn't have it on in the video is because I got to make some adjustments to the legs. It's a little bit too little. The little legs part, it's got elastic at the bottom. Yeah, maybe I can take that out some way. She was queen. Oh, okay. She's the queen of denial. Yep. So the queen of denial. She is just something else. It just makes my heart happy because Cleo, she's so comfortable around here. You know, she just fits right in. She'll be laying asleep on her back with her legs up and all kinds of things. It warms my heart to see Zoe's little personality come out too. The more I play with her and interact, you know, the more comfortable she's getting and stuff. But she's got her little routine. She goes in the bedroom and hides during the day and takes naps. She probably does that to get away from Cleo. But Cleo, you know, you can tell she's the more dominant one. Like she'll climb, like if you get the toy out, she's got to be there first to get it. She'll climb the scratching post, get the toy out, lay it on top. She's got to be the first one up there. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. Y'all have a good day, and I will see y'all in the morning. If I get some time this evening, we may have some coffee on the porch this evening, 6, 7 o'clock, if I get some time, and it's not crazy around here. Anyways, thanks for chatting. Y'all say a prayer for the families that lost the 3 little children that were drowned by their mother yesterday on Coney Island. I can't imagine what that family's going through. It's so sad. It just breaks my heart. I think that case kind of zapped my energy out too, just reading it and thinking about it. And it's just awful thinking about how scared them kids must have been. Anyways, y'all have a good day. Be safe. Be kind. Peace.